Beans aren't burning in the kitchen or on the grill. Fantastic. My name is Curtis, and morning, everybody. Today we're gonna probably offend some people. Yeah, let's get mildly offensive. So, last episode or yesterday, we talked about the audience for the show. So I don't know what the audience is specifically. You're gonna have to tell me in the comments below, and I don't know. Then we'll get to the bottom of this. We'll find out who you are and what it is you are looking for, or why it is you're here. You might be gone after this episode. So I'm gonna say, audience-wise, this isn't a kid show. Although there's like a cartoon cat and a bunch of toys and all this stuff and Ernie Hudson stories. That's super fun for kids, I guess. But for the most part, this is my own version of the world, and how I see it, and that's just what it's gonna be. I'm not saying that I'm going to upset children on purpose, but I do talk about the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus and things like that in a way that how I see them and know them in the world. Oh, cool! And I switched to the wrong camera. Idiot. I was looking over here, but it was way over here on the interviewing Dawn camera from No Such Thing as Grown Ups, the podcast you can also listen to. Listen, doing what I can here, making all the stuff work with my own two hands. I only got two hands. So, if you want your kids to watch this, that's fine. I don't think I'm going to swear for any reason. But some of the cartoons that I put on here are a little weird. Some of the topics that I get topical about are things that maybe you don't want your kids to worry about. Because it is usually from a standpoint of fear and confusion and worry. So again, I don't want to scare your children into being like me and worrying about all the dumb things in the world that they don't need to worry about a lot of the time. And today's example of just being, hey, this is just offensive. This is just offensive only because of words. There's nothing, I think, that's specifically against anybody or here to upset anybody, but words upset people. Sometimes you just need one word that, again, just like the Marty McFly, like, oh, well, you're just chicken. What? What's that? Did you just say a magic word that kicks my brain into a murderous rage, I guess? Like, I need to defend myself. I need to destroy anyone who thinks that I am not powerful, whatever it is that Mr. McFly is worried about in all of those movies that will literally, like, doesn't matter what kind of mission I'm on to literally save the future. I left my girlfriend on a step somewhere in a weird future, past, present. That's just a mess. But you said chicken, and that's it. Like, I'm done. Everybody has those words. Even I do. I don't know what any of them are at the moment, but people will say them, and I'm like, all right, cool. Here we go. Normally I call it Facebook justice, and we'll get into that here, where I just go, I'm sorry, you couldn't be more crazy about the way you're using these words. Let me wax on for too many paragraphs on your Facebook page. I made a cartoon. It took me a long time. It actually took a short period of time, but a few short periods of time spaced over a long time, where I decided I want to make a song. I've always wanted to just like make a song, but I know that I can't sing. I don't have a great sense of tone. I can't dance. I can't talk. The only thing about me is the way I walk. But I still was like, I still want to do this. And when you just listen to your own music on your own iPad for a long time, you get used to just being like, well, this is great, and I can never do what these guys do. But then you start driving to work again, and you listen to the radio. And then when you flick on the radio, you hear, oh, cool, yeah, so just like the YouTube thing, anybody can just make a song of whatever kind, for whatever genre, at whatever skill level they're at. I mean, there are people that just go and they hire somebody, you put together all this music, and I'll hire somebody else to write the words, and then I'll sing it maybe, and then you auto tune it, and then we turn it into Rebecca Black's hit Friday song. Nothing against it at all. I have zero against that song. I don't, maybe it's a terrible song, maybe it's the best song. I don't know. It was like written by just some guy who ran like, I don't know, putting together a song factory where people could go in and have their songs put together. But that's how a lot of stuff is put together. Even U2 as a band, somebody was asking me like, oh, like how does recording studio time work? Because I'm doing it for voiceovers. These bands must go in there for like, all day, or they must be so well prepared. And I was like, actually, I heard a story where the band U2, they just show up like, all right, let's get started. What do you mean get started? This costs all the money to record this. Yeah, well, this is where we'll feel it out. We'll figure out what we're doing. And, maybe by the end of someday, we'll have an album put together, and then we'll redo it again and redo it again. And that's why, that last series of 6 albums, whatever they didn't come out until 50 years after the last one. And that's okay. If you can afford to do that in the world where I defended Miley Cyrus a few episodes ago, she doesn't have to go to school in the morning, and her bills are paid for, then yeah, you get to spend as much time as you want on an album, like, or on whatever project you want to do. Basically, as long as everything's taken care of, then you can take care of yourself. Or I think most people say take care of yourself, and then you have time to take care of everybody else, just like babies on an airplane. Make sure you can breathe, and then save your baby. Again, most good parents, I believe, will watch a thing before they sit their kid down in front of it and hope that it teaches them how the world works or whatever they expect. Just because you never know. Like, you just never know, and then you'll come around to a Monday morning and then everybody's up in arms. Oh, did you see? On SpongeBob, he said this, and I don't know if I want my kid to understand the world this way. Well, then you should have been there to say, oh, hey, the cartoon said this, but here's what I want you to know. Who knows who's right, all right? I don't know if cartoons were the ones I should have listened to, or my dad. They both seemed fairly right a lot of the time, and they both seemed pretty wrong a lot of the time. But I'm pretty sure one day my dad was literally like, listen, like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you mean? Like, what do you want me to do for a job? Like, yeah, or whatever. Like, what do you want to do? And I'm just like, I don't understand. Like, that's such a crazy question. As I start to like, well, I don't know. I guess I want to just make cartoons. I want to make things. I just want to do projects like that are weird and have no real relevance in the world, but they have meaning to me. Is that a thing? And before I could get any of those things out, it was just like, I don't know. I want to do like art. Like, doesn't matter. I don't care. What? Like, you just asked. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care what you do. Nobody does. Like, do you care what I do? You shouldn't. Just as long as nobody gets hurt, as long as you're not planning to hurt anybody, you're not hurting anybody, then whatever you're doing is probably exactly what you should be doing. You seem like the kind of person that just wants to do the thing, and you just need the time. You just like shoveling the driveway. I appreciate that you go out and try and shovel the driveway, but it takes you forever. So maybe, if you want to do something like that, then you got to get into a position where you can afford the time to spend all the time you need to do things. And, that's his clever way, I guess, of being like, you're a little bit slow, I think. Like, you're not very strong, you're not super fast, so make sure the thing that you do is something that you can do in the time you need to do it. And that's all I've been trying to do my whole life, is just like, I go to my job, well, what if I do double what I'm supposed to do? Then you have to give me, like a week off to just do whatever I want, right? Like, paid? That's how stuff works. Like, mathematically speaking and logically, you stack things up, you have too much, then you don't need me. And that's not how life works. It's, oh, you did that much? Well, we could always use more. So now that you have a spare week, then do another week's worth of stuff. Ugh. And that's the weird world I've put myself into of, oh, you need something done? Well, then I'll prove to you that I can make free time later, but then I'll just make time for doing more stuff. For the brain is a hard thing to wield and control. Is it in charge of me, or am I in charge of it? I don't know. I don't know. Uh, it's complicated. Uh, in the world where you can't decide, where your brain is taking control, or you are, like I said, you end up making short films and movies. So I don't know. Like I sing in the car. I make up songs. When I go to work, I will occasionally first thing in the morning have a little song time about whatever is either bothering me or whatever I'm happy about. And some people in the office think it's great, and I'm sure some people are like, "Excellent! I'm glad I have headphones." And they can probably still hear it. So like, well, someday I'm gonna put something together, and it's hard. I'm not a musician. I don't know how to make music. Years later, it was like, all right, cool. There's too many things on the radio. They're just like, yes, I can do that. That's a simple enough formula, clearly, that they put together. They got the beat, and then the beat builds up, and then it drops, and then it comes back again, more crazy, and then back to the simple beat. Okay, I can hear that. I can put that together in GarageBand. I just have to make my own beats and not use theirs. That's the only difficult part. And I want to add some guitars and pianos and all the other stuff that GarageBand has to offer. And I've only literally watched a few GarageBand tutorials on how to make music, and I don't know enough, and I don't know if I have the ears for it, but I still, again, it doesn't matter in the world where I'm going to do it anyway. I'm just going to do it anyway. Back to the allegory that is parentage. There's a lot of people out there that you've got 1, 2, maybe even 5 kids, and you don't have a clue. You don't have a sweet, juicy clue what to do with them. Why? Why are they the way they are? What are they saying? Why are they saying this? What's a Pokemon? Why is SpongeBob more important to them than me? Who is Yu-Gi-Oh? Why are these references still way older than anything my kids actually know? But it doesn't matter. I can't switch back to the camera. I'm trying. Hello. You don't know. Anyway, like, you don't know, but you do it anyway. So many people have said that. Like, oh no, I didn't want kids either, Curtis. I didn't want kids, but then when I had them, it's a whole new world, a whole fantastic new point of view. No one to tell us no or where to go except these kids, and we always got to go where they need to go. And we're mostly just dreaming because we're so tired because they never sleep, and when they do, we're terrified that they're gonna die in their sleep, and it's crazy. But we do it anyway, and they stay alive. They grow up and they become whatever they become, all kinds of crazy things, and there you go. Like, there you go. That's something where it's like, oh, somebody can really get hurt. You know, in the world of, it doesn't matter what you do as long as you don't hurt anybody. Raising a person, a real live human being that's just a whole pile of parts just waiting to get hurt and broken and cut, even just mentally destroyed by all the things in the world and weird music videos that idiots like me make. That's crazy, but you still do it. And you're just like, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm doing it the best I can. You know, I'm doing it well. LL Cool J and my whole life away and feeling swell. What? So, I'm pretty sure that even though this particular video is ripe with just swears, it's nothing but swearing. And I'll explain it after the fact. So this is the longest, biggest warning ever. If you're going to be offended by just any swear words, if you know that, oh well, he won't say, it's in there. It's in there. That's the whole point of this, is just my cat swearing at me, and I'll explain more after the fact. But just skip ahead 4 minutes. I don't know how long it is, but 4 minutes to be sure, so that you don't. From the time I pull the lever down, just skip over it. You're gonna be upset. Like I said, the magic word is in there. It's in there twice, if not 3 times, and plus a whole bunch of other magic words. But the one, it's in there. Like, it's in there, and you're gonna be like, what? Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Also, we referenced Joey Jeremiah and Tom Selleck. Like I said, I'll explain after the lever pull. I'm gonna do it. All right, everybody, get ready. Okay, all right. You've been warned. All right, you can't get upset because this is okay. So seriously, all right. Don't maybe. maybe look in this camera, alright? I'm being super serious, okay? Like, warnings. You've been super warned. It's going to be just filled with just, it's just a video, it's a rap battle, but it's really just the cat trying to battle me, and he's just a horrible person, and I'm just like taking it, and Ripley's helping out on the ones and the twos, and horrible things will be said. Okay, here it goes. Here it goes. Terrified. Okay, seriously. It's already on YouTube. Some people have already seen it. One person that saw it said, okay, so I've seen that. That was his only comment. What? Really? Come on now. Pulling it. Ah!
Drop the bitch and I'm already there. I got a mouth full of rods and the pussy hair. Throw your hands around like you don't give a fuck. Throw yourself in shit, now don't get stuck.
Fucker.
Optimus Prime is a robot truck who called up that phone to say you're a dumb fuck. He said that about you. And then I took a big shit in your shoe. I got paper, bitch, make it rain in your face. You poor people fucker, better give me some space. I don't speak your language, I speak Thomas and Lace. I drink $1 million wine from $1 million veins. Fucker, you're no fun. You chopped off my dick, canceled my dates with Miss Miami Alec. Hey ladies, line up, I never put the HUD wherever I'm staying. They beat me out front, I make it rain and they make me grunt like Joey Jeremiah, except I get more cuts. You don't get shit cause your knife's too blunt. The Phantom like top selling, except I get more cuts. Please drop the bitch and here we go again. I got a mouth full of fur and now we're not friends. Cause you beat bitch, beat bitch, beat bitch, beat bitch.
Oh, shit, then snap.
Optimus Prime, 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 Optimus Prime. Beats from a bitch and here we go again. I got a mouth full of fur and all kinds of friends. And the female bitch, go fuck yourself. I think I won this rap battle. Put yourself on the shelf. I eat $20 bills and shit gold bricks. You and Miss Ripley are a couple of pricks. And hey, what? No, guys, come on now. That's too far. Guys, don't be pricks about this.
There's no such thing as a rhetorical rap battle.
And we're back. All right. So that's what happened. That's how. There you go. I don't know. I'll be over here if anyone needs me. Yeah. I thought. I still think it seems like a good idea. I was gonna say it seemed like a good idea at the time. It's still a great idea. It's still fantastic. It's still not even remotely as offensive as most things that are being played on the radio. I mean, I wanna bang bang into the room. I wanna bang bang all over you. I wanna bang the back of this car. Like, that song couldn't be more of Eric Cartman's finger bang song. How it's like, oh, it means like finger guns. Yeah, I want to finger bang you. Come to life. Like, everything in Idiocracy and South Park that was like, well, that's just crazy. That won't, like, these people are out of control with their weird, silly ideas. Like, just because it's a cartoon or a movie. Doesn't mean you can just say the dumbest, weirdest things. But yes, you can, because the dumbest, weirdest things are, like I said, also the greatest ideas, or something that's legitimately happening or going to happen. And they did, and they do. And okay, this is not making a very good mouse pad over here. But it's still a show, and that's what happens. Sometimes, you know, you got those news guys, and they're like still fixing their tie. Like, what? Am I on? Am I on? Are they gonna cut to me? Are they gonna cut to me? I'm gonna do the weather. I'm gonna pretend I'm in this storm. Oh no, I'm not on yet. All right, cool. Oh, I am. Oh, the wind! It's a storm. You know, so there's all kinds of that stuff. So you got to give me a few. Everybody gets one, huh? At least. I think it's been 2 this episode. Regardless, plus that horribly offensive video. So I wrote it. I sat down and I wrote it all out, and I'm like, that's pretty fun. Now let's fill it with more swears. And then I went back again and was like, this could be slightly filthier. And then I filthed it up another notch because, I don't know. Why not? Like, why not? It's just rhyming with swears is the best way. It's super fun. I don't know. But I did that much, and I figured, well, I think I can do a bit of fake auto-tuning. Not a real professional like auto-tune program or have any idea how auto-tuning works, but I can do a little fake auto-tune to at least maybe have fun with that, like robot voice and the Milo voice. So all of this should come together and make a lot of sense and work out well. And I got it to a point where it's like, I literally can't edit this at all anymore. I've done so much just manipulating of the audio and crunching and switching around of the music, and then editing, then re-editing. So at this point it is like, well, it could be better audio quality. It can't now. It really can't. There's no going back. It's been mixed and remixed, and I don't know I can't fix it. So it's just like, all right, well, this is the song. Like, this is it. It's done. So then time to sit down and animate it. So then I did. Also deciding I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start putting my own face in some videos, and I did. That was really the hardest part. If I had just animated it, I probably would have had it done in like 0 time. But because I had to see my own face, that made it very hard. Just like doing this show, I don't want to go back and edit them and put in extra images and stuff because I have to look at me looking at me. You know, when, I don't know, I was going to say when you were younger, but people still do this no matter what age you are. When you have to give some kind of speech or presentation, you're supposed to go and practice in the mirror at home. But I always found that to be 1,000 times harder than just doing the presentation just straight ahead, where it's like, well, how about if I get the information in my head, then I just present it as I know it. Repeating it again and again in the mirror makes me feel insane when I can't do it verbatim to how, you know, I just remember that this isn't what I was doing. But mostly staring at myself talking makes me feel insane, especially in a mirror where it's like, this is for nobody, but I'm supposed to be practicing speaking in front of people, but the only person here doesn't actually exist. It is just a reflection of me, and then all I can think is, well, who are you? What are you doing here? What is this? Why do I have to do this little speech thing? I don't care about whatever the thing is I have to do a speech on, but that's what the mirror's for. Practicing some sort of conviction to feel like, hey, you're connected to me. You want me to tell you more about Johnny Tremaine and his lead-covered hand. Don't think I ever had to do a presentation on that. But if I did, I knew that much. I don't remember anything else about it other than a Simpsons reference to it now. Either way, sometimes you do things and yeah, it's not the way it's supposed to be done. And sometimes you create the new way things should be done. Either way, I think you're just supposed to have some fun. So again, going back to the living room with my dad and him just saying, I don't care. I don't care what you do. It doesn't matter. Like, what am I? It's like, do you think I'm a mechanic? Like, since you're asking, questions or the answer's probably no. But I know you are. But no, like no. He's like, I'm not. You know. He's like, I'm a helper. He's like, I'm a facilitator. Like he's like, I'm like your Batman or your Superman or your Speedy Gonzalez. And he'd always throw one in there that didn't fit. But still, Speedy Gonzalez is basically a superhero. And the beeping in the distance means that my dinner is done. So go out there, be your own Batman, Superman, or Speedy Gonzalez without being offensive or racist. Try to enjoy your solace. Be good and be careful. And morning, everybody. Morning, everybody. I gotta go get my lunch. Click on my butt or Ripley's butt to subscribe. Click on my butt. Click on my butt. Click on my butt. Meow.